Rod should be back tomorrow for the show. We're just trying to figure some things out behind the scenes as far as how we're going to do this show going forward. You know, it's a new year. We change the show around all the time, and you know, we're just trying to figure it out. If we want to stay with this format, it seems to be that it just seems to me that more live video was really in a few years ago. And I think it still has its place. But to me, short form video seems to take it over. So it's almost like if we took this show and cut it into pieces, it would do better than the show itself. Probably you guys would be able to watch it easier because I know some people love the conversation, some people don't. You know, and it doesn't really matter one way or the other. I enjoy it, but it's funny. So I'm reading through some of these held comments in YouTube, you know, because there's certain comments that they just automatically hold them, and people think that I'm blocking it, but it's actually YouTube blocking them. And it's like talking about Jay because I guess he hit every game last night, and it's like same people that were woofing shit are kissing his ass now. Anyways, I want to do a show or video about public betting versus public versus sharps and squares and the true meaning of this stuff and what really is a public play and a square play and a sharp play and all those other things, because I think that with the more information that's become available and the price point on that information, this information has been available for a very long time, but the price point has always been really, really expensive. Now you can buy apps or even find it for free on the internet, and it always has been available for free. You could always that more and more people have access to it, so they feel that they understand it better because they see a few numbers on a screen, right? And it's just really not the case. And it really came into focus last night on the live show when Jay and I were doing the halftime. You know, it's like it kind of came. It's always been in focus, and we see this all the time, right, in the comments and stuff. But I just felt last night at halftime, it was just like, here are people saying these things that clearly don't understand what they're saying. You know, they don't understand it. Like, so here, I'll just pick a game for you, right? Chris, can you answer this question for me?
Sure.
All right, I'll just pick a random game off the board today, and I'm looking at the thing, okay? So the Sixers are playing against, this is the first game on the board, right? Sixers are playing against the Pistons, 564 and 563. The spread is the Pistons minus 12.5 or 12, depending on the book. Sixers are favored by 12.5 or 12, depending on the book. 62% of the spread bets are on the Sixers. 79% of the money is on the Sixers. 84% of the money line bets are on the Sixers, so people must have that in their parlay or something. And then 91% of the money line bets are on the Sixers. So what is the sharp side here?
Seems to be, the Sixers? Or
No,
the
there is none. There is none.
It's a trick question.
It's a trick question. There is none. You know what the sharp play was?
To not play it.
No, the Sixers minus 10. That's where it opened.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's the sharp play. Is the Sixers minus 10.
It's too early for me to try
the public play has gone anything north of that.
Yeah.
Looking at those numbers. So the sharp play is the Sixers minus 10. It's not the Sixers aren't the sharp side, right? There's no sharp side. The sharp play is the Sixers minus 10. There's no sharp side. There is none.
Yeah.
There's no, and What percent of the time is what's perceived as the public play win?
Yep.
It's 50%. I guarantee you. We could do this every day. We can go through all the things and say, all right, these are the ones that are perceived as the public plays based upon this old information that everybody is looking at, right? These are the ones. So let's write them down and see who won, the public or the sharps. But they're not sharps. These are sharp chasers. In order to look at the sharp number, you need to look at the initial number that went higher or lower. So if it went lower, then the sharp play is the other side. If it went higher, it's that team at that opening number. So that's the sharp play. Anything else is all public. And, it's kind of like when I worked on Wall Street. Buy the rumor, sell the news, It's like that number has gotten away from you. If you're betting based on that, by the time you've received that information from your $10 a month subscription,
it's gone.
It's gone. It's like buying yesterday's news.
Yeah.
It's like buying Bittler's Georgia pick. Easiest pick ever. It's his new thing, his write-ups. Easiest pick ever. It's like just like the Jags covering the points. I thought Jags covering the points was the easiest bet ever. And I thought the Derrick Henry under rushing yards was the easiest bet ever. Georgia, easiest bet ever. It's the easiest bet I ever had. It's like, dude, they can't all be the easiest in your career. My career. It's like, we got to have Brian back. We got to get him back on.
Stop picking on Brian.
You can't make this shit up. Anyways, man, I'm going to do a whole video about public versus sharps, sharp betting versus public betting versus whatever. But there is no sharps versus square, sharps public versus, pro. There's none of those things really exist. There's only numbers. Any prop bets for that game? I'm doing my props on TikTok. #PickDogs. Oh, I said in my props, right? And today on my props, I said Lonzo ball, but it's actually LaMelo ball. And someone wrote in the comments, it's like, did you mean LaMelo? You meant LaMelo? So I wrote on the thing, my response was, I've gotten better at it.
Hi, it's Mitch from PickDogs.com here with your TikTok props for Tuesday, January 10th, 2000.
Look at the music behind it.
I'm going to stop doing the music Romanelli thinks it is. So look. Gotta have fun with it.
Yeah, exactly.
We have like the major TikTok channel. We never use it. I'm going to start using it every day. I want to get Mills to do it. I think he'd be really good at it.
Yeah.
We have got the blue check mark because I'm cool like that. I'm down with it. Posted a video of me falling down the stairs. No, I'm just kidding. Kidding. Anyways. Yeah. Anyways, I really think that sharp versus squares, I'd love to do like a whole daily series about it, But let's get to the games because that's what people are here to see. Rod's not here because his internet sucks, but the cable guy's coming today. And Rod has specific instructions as to how to handle this situation. Chris, you want to tell everyone what I advised him to do in this spot?
There may or may not be a towel involved.
Rhymes with throw. You wouldn't be throwing the guy, but
You're not showing them either.
Nope. Rhymes with throw.
Slow.
It could be. It could be slow. Whatever it takes. Rod, take one for the team.
Don't get traded for a draft pick.
He's been practicing all week.
He's going to come back tomorrow and kill us.
I heard what you said about me. Wasn't funny. Oh, yeah, it was. Oh, yes, it was. What do you mean it wasn't funny? I think it was hilarious. Anyway, Sixers against the Pistons. We just went over this one. The Raptors against the Hornets, and the Heat versus the Thunder Buddies, and the Jazz taking on the Cavaliers.
Scared the crap out of me. I'm going to take the Sixers in this one. I know 12.5 a massive number. I'm assuming that means that Joel Embiid's going to be back for this one. And, the Sixers have basically crushed the Pistons in the two meetings this season, winning by a total of 32 points combined in the two meetings. And I just think the Sixers getting back home for this one, I think ends up being the difference here. So take the Sixers in that one. And I'm going to take the Utah Jazz at home in this game, getting the points against the Cavaliers. I know the Jazz definitely cooled off after that hot start to the season. But, the Cavs wiped the floor with them in the first meeting post Mitchell trade. And I think the Jazz want a little bit of revenge getting back home for this one. The Cavaliers still just 2-10-2 against the spread in the last 14 road games. So I'll take a shot with the Jazz plus the points.
It's funny, on my Google, it came up. It was still in the search. It's like I have a permanent search on my Google window on this screen over here. One of my windows. Is Joel Embiid playing tonight? That's the search that's in there, and I just hit it every day. It's like, is he playing or is he not playing? Anyways. Dun, 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 dun. I like the Jazz also plus the points against the Cavs. I think you take a money line here at home. Why not? While I'm there anyway. I also like the Hornets against the Raptors. I've been fading all Canadian teams with Rod not being here. I don't want to hear the pushback, but it's always good for the pushback on the fading of the Canadian teams. I really like Calgary tonight. It's like, we hate Calgary's guts. What are you talking about? Hate Calgary. I'm going with the Flames. It's like, I'm sure Rod will be wearing his Georgia hat today. Betting tools like the Hornets. Mills, I got a suggestion for you. Why don't you take over my spot on the TikTok doing our 4 prop bets every day? I think Mills would be the guy. I nominate Mills to take over our TikTok account and do my 4 free prop bets. All I do is pull up the betting tools. I just read them off, 4 of them. That's all I do. Guys that people would know. That's it. Names I can pronounce, players people would know. I pick 4 of them, and I just read the prop bet right off the betting tools. That's all I do. You got 1 minute.
Breaking down the fourth wall.
I nominate Mills.
Volunteer Mills' tribute.
It's like me and Romanelli were talking about. I'm like, Mills would be good at this.
I can't believe Romanelli had the audacity to knock the music in the TikTok.
Yeah, he did knock the music. Mills accepts. Now we got to figure out how to get him to be able to log into my TikTok. That's always the painful part of it. But I think it's like a code and stuff that he just has to mail and email.
Yeah.
I think we can get it.
Yeah.
I think we can do it. He accepts. All right. You're hired.
Slide the note across the table. It's the
Oh,
Patrick
speaking of which, let's finish these games and we'll come back in the in between. The Warriors and the Suns, the Blazers and the Magic, and the Clippers versus the Mavericks. So we got all night NBA tonight. You know, these games start at 10 o'clock Eastern, and then the last one starts at 10:30. What do you think of these three?
Yeah, these I lean towards the Warriors. I wanted to make it a premium player, at least be a little bit further along on it, with what looks to be the return of Steph Curry against this disaster of a Phoenix Suns team right now. But this always happens for me. I back the team with their player coming back from injury, throws off the chemistry, and it takes a game or two to get back into the swing of things, and then it ends up like the line right now at 11.5 for Golden State. They'll probably win by 10 or 11. So probably play for me. Like I said, I would lean towards Golden State though, as a fade of Phoenix more than anything else. And I like the over and the Magic plus the points in that game against the Blazers. I just think this is going to be a bit of a higher scoring game. I think I was originally on the Blazers in that one. I can't recall, but I really like the over. I think it's going to be a tight game. I think it's going to be a high scoring game as well. The Magic 0-7 straight up on the second half of back-to-back, but they're allowing 120 points per game, also scoring 112 though. So I think that's going to be a bit of a track meet in that one. So give me the over, lean towards the Magic plus the points.
So I like the Warriors at home. The Suns are just terrible, and they're on the front end of a back-to-back. I like the Mavericks against the Clippers. The Clippers are just sucking. I mean, they're sucking. I'll homer it for Jay Briggs on that one. I'll take the Heat and Mavericks parlay. Double homer. Not with the Raptors, Chris. Sorry.
That's okay.
I also like the Blazers against the Magic. The Mavs aren't +4 anymore. You must have an old line. All the shops bet it. One, right? It's going to be even soon.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I put out the post for the Become a Capper contest, the second chance. And I continue to get emails, and people continue to tell me what makes them the same as everybody else. I mean, I said, what makes you different? What makes you going to add something different to our pick dog scene? Do you research your picks, Chris?
Yes, I do.
You ever take an underdog?
Yes, I do.
Do you ever analyze?
Yes, I do.
Do you ever try and explain it in a way that everybody can understand?
Yes, I do.
Do you ever try and market yourself on our YouTube shows?
Once in a while.
Yeah. We already got this. We already do all that stuff. The second chance is for somebody that really brings something to the table that we don't do well, or we don't do well. I'm not saying, my wife's taking over my sink in the bathroom. She just gave me the knock it off. Yeah. I had hair on the toothbrush. Nothing fun about that. No, it wasn't mine.
I was about to ask, how do you know?
It's like a long blonde hair, like this freaking long. It's like it's wrapping around the tooth, the electric,
Like you pick up the hair and the toothbrush just rolls down.
Yeah. I don't ask for much. I really don't. I don't ask for much.
I don't ask for much. I ask for no pulp in my OJ and no hair on my toothbrush. That's all I'm asking.
We have like a little sitting area in our house with 2 chairs and a small couch with a little table. People always come over. They love to sit in the sitting area. There's no TV over there or anything. There's like a little fireplace and stuff. People sit there and it's like all, I designed it so it's all like ultra modern and it's really, really comfortable too. people are like, "Oh, this is great." And it's like, what do you do? You know, my wife's like, "Oh, I drink my coffee sitting here every morning." You know, and like, this is where I sit and air my grievances. This is where I sit and gripe every morning. Yes. I can't believe you got hair in my toothbrush.
This is where the opening ceremonies of Festivus takes place.
Pretty much.
I don't want to know what the pizza stripes are.
It's too much. All right. I think Jay Briggs would be pretty good on the TikTok also.
Yeah, I think so.
Chris has been with us for a while. Briggs,
Yeah,
like, really, yeah. I mean, we haven't had a guy like that in a long time. That
Yeah,
really
I'm
came
part
in
of
and
the
just
fun.
was like, it's like, I have to do everything. It's like a little bit of a diva. I'm on this. I'm on it. It's like, wait a minute. It's like, I'm on the NFL show. I'm on the halftime show. Hold on a second. All right. Bring me in. I'll be there. I'm going to drive through every day. Capping off radar sporting events, overseas sports, the Big Four. Finding ways to exploit value in lines for events that aren't nailed by Vegas markets. Call it the late shift. I don't know what that cable guy got to take a helicopter to get to Rod's house. Well, it's going to be worth it because Rod's got explicit instructions on how to handle this situation. He's been practicing. Anyways, go to the NHL.
Maybe we'll try to make it quick and painless.
Is there any games?
Yeah.
Got oh my god, look at all these. Lightning minus 465 versus the Blue Jackets. The Rangers versus the Smudges. The Hurricane versus the Devils. And the Sabres versus the Smoking Crack. And I had the on the betting tools, I had the Flyers last night on my betting tools. Are my 7 free picks. One of them was the Flyers. I said it on this show too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. Sabres getting a little too much love.
Yeah, a little bit too much humping.
Yeah, humping up on them. Humping up on them.
I'm sorry, but that's always one of my favorite bits is when Mitch realizes how much of a hockey card we have, and you just hear the expletive under his breath. Fuck.
A lot of games, man.
Oh man, that's why.
Anyone out there a hockey guru that wants to do some videos? Looking at place, Ruffalo.
My time is coming, unfortunately. So,
well, like you got too many. You're in too many places. So even you know it now.
I know. Yeah, I know. I was gonna say this is the only time where I don't want to be spread too thin.
Yeah, it's kind of getting there, right?
Yeah,
I knew it was gonna happen. Told you so. I told you.
For these, I do like the value that we're getting with the Kraken here. I know they're on the back-to-back. Actually, both teams obviously on the back-to-back in this one, but I initially was leaning towards the Sabres being at home, and I think that I mentioned this in the comments of that video, that if the Sabres were to win yesterday and keep the momentum going, being at home, sleeping in their same beds, I think that has the advantage here. But the Kraken,
all the Sabres are sleeping in the same bed. How many Sabres fit?
I meant they're in their own beds. Yeah.
It's a lot of Sabres.
Yeah, it's a lot of hair on the toothbrush. With the Kraken, they keep winning on the road. We're getting the better price with them here, so I'll take the Kraken that one, and lean towards the under 6. Minnesota and the Rangers. I just think, thought about it overnight. I think the goaltending steps up for both teams in this one. First to 3 wins this game, so I like the under between the Wild and the Rangers.
I don't even know how to use this damn Instagram. Like, I want to see what the comments are on the video, but I can't see what they are. Turn off commenting, pin, delete. I don't even know. Where do I see it? Like, how do I get my... Anything about this?
About what, sorry?
Like, how do I see like the comments on my Instagram? Like, if someone's messaged me.
Oh,
here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Someone messaged me. What did they send me? Oh, this guy sent me a ticket. 14 parlay. Brainiac Vision bets. View one comment. Now is the biggest time for marketing to increase playoff sales. DM me, bro. Bro.
Dude. What does mine say? Dude.
Wow, this guy has 366,000 followers. Maybe I will DM him. What should we say?
Bro.
Lions. Bro. Message. I sent him a message. See what he says. Anyways, I just IG in here. This other guy got a block. I really hate when people send me pics. It's like my least favorite thing. Yeah, I did kill it on the props yesterday on my prop video. I absolutely crushed it on my TikTok props. Anyways, where were we? I like the smudges. Not that much. I'm gonna pass on that one. Let me see. I'll take the Kraken. I don't love it. It's a lean at best. The one I really like here the most is the Devils on the puck line. How we feeling about Illinois -3? I'll tell you how we're feeling about Illinois -3 in a little while. Pittsburgh versus the Canucks. Detroit versus the Jets. Jets. Islanders versus the Stars. The Blues versus the Auto Fades. Coyotes versus the Sharks. And Avalanche versus Old Logo. Such a distinguished look for the Panther. The new logo.
I just imagine the the transition from the old logo to the new logo, and you got like the 20th Century Fox song from like the start of the movie. Dun, 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 dun.
It's like the Panther went from like this, then he was done, and they like put a robe on him. You know, like the old I Love Lucy episodes where they have the cigarette holder, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, thanks for sending me your pics. Great way to get blocked. 17 followers.
Will not be 18. For these ones, I do like the St. Louis Blues and the plus money. I have no idea why the Calgary Flames are getting this much love. St. Louis Blues, I think they're the better team personally. So, and instead you lose to the Blackhawks, you're dead to me. So bye Calgary. I'm taking the St. Louis Blues, and I'm gonna take the Colorado Avalanche over old logo, new logo. the Avs finally got back on track with Nathan McKinnon back in the lineup, came back and rallied to beat the Oilers, and I think the Avs can make it back-to-back wins here. The Panthers not very good on the road this season, and I don't expect that to change here in Colorado, where the Avs have been so good for the last year and a half, 2 years. So give me the Avalanche in that one.
I'm taking the Blues on the money line, reverse puck line in regulation. I'm taking I think the reverse puck line is straight money in that one.
I think so too.
I like the JETS, Jets, and the Sharks on the puck line. I'll say this once, and that's it. Phoenix sucks. I don't even watch hockey, and I can tell you that. This doesn't even make sense. Let's play hockey in the middle of the frickin' desert. That ain't gonna work. This is stupid, man. What a dumb idea. It's like the middle of the desert. Let's play some hockey. Someday that franchise will fold, and that's what they'll be talking about.
Blues reverse puck line plus 300, or Blues minus 2.5 plus 575.
Selling anything today?
Yeah, I got a couple things to sell. Got my $15 NHL power play, and that power play keeps hitting. Hoping to do it again today. I also got that play as part of my Tuesday NHL hat trick. Also got a Tuesday 3-pack for college hoops, and use that promo code to get 15% off anything over $25 or more. You get a long-term pass. You also get an NBA play as well today, so check it out.
Still got my Chicago coaster on my desk. It's a nice coaster. Who's 9? Bobby Hull?
Yeah, I think so.
Walter Payton, Michael Jordan, Frank Thomas, Ernie Banks.
Nice.
Yep. Put it right here. Coast. When I moved out of Chicago, someone gave that to me. It was a nice gift. Inexpensive, yet, meaningful. I still have it. Speaking of Chicago, got some college hoops going on. St. John's versus Butler. Kansas State versus Oklahoma State. Kentucky versus South Carolina. LSU versus Florida. Loyola versus VCU. My mother was from Brooklyn. She would say Loyola. I know she never really said it. Oh, you know who says it this way? Is Bitler. Philly people. Loyola.
So what?
Philly people have a way of saying words like that. Loyola, just like they say worder for water. Loyola.
I've never heard that.
You've never heard worder?
No.
Then you haven't talked to haven't talked to anyone from Philly. They say worder. They all say worder and Loyola.
I've heard water. Oh, yeah, maybe. It just doesn't sound like water. It sounds like water. Like water. There you go.
Loyola. Wisconsin versus Michigan State. Notre Dame versus Georgia Tech. There's some other games in there as well. What do you think? Loyola.
I do lean towards Notre Dame there against Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech just has not been able to cover on the road, and while
so
Notre
square.
This is the roundest square you'll ever see in your life. Notre Dame, they've covered in 7 straight meetings.
Squares are gonna get crushed.
So I'm taking Notre Dame in that one. I like VCU laying the points against Loyola Chicago, whatever you want to say, because the Ramblers, they haven't been able to make the transition to the A10 smoothly. They can't, they haven't been able to get up on their feet, and VCU probably not going to let them either with the way they've been playing defense. I know they're 0-3 straight up and on the road this season, but it's more of a fate of Loyola Chicago than anything else. So I'll take the Rams in that one. And I like LSU getting the 1.5 at home against Florida. No idea why Florida's favored in that game. LSU matches up really well with Florida. KJ Williams on the inside to match up with Colin Castleton. The guard play I like for LSU as well. So give me LSU at home plus a 1.5.
I'm going to have to fade Chris Ruffalo. I'm going to take Loyola against VCU. I'm not fading VCU. I'm fading Chris Ruffalo, like a YouTube commenter. I'm fading you. It's like, so you're not fading VCU. You're just fading me. Yes, I am. Yeah. I think that the thing, part of this with Loyola is that they've been on the road a bunch too. So I think that that's part of it. And VCU is one of the worst road teams in the nation. They stink. So I think you could take Loyola on the money line on this one. VCU hasn't won on the road in 2 years. I don't think it changes today. I think they're going to hit Portillo's for a couple Chicago hot dogs before the game. I think around, I don't know, 6 o'clock Central Time. Maybe they'll start kicking in. You ever go to Portillo's?
No, but I've heard about it.
His eyes light up. He's like, no, but
I've heard about something called a chocolate cake shake.
oh my God. I used to live right down the street from it. From the one on Chicago Ave. It's awesome. Go to Portillo's. Thing is, I don't really eat like most of the stuff that they serve, but even the stuff that I got was good. I was like, man, this is good. Love Portillo's. Crinkle cup fries. I know what they're doing there. The cake, like the regular chocolate cake that they have is exceptional. Like, you just get the slice of cake. I mean, how often do you go to like a place that's like semi-fast food and order the slice of chocolate cake? It's like, so it's weird, but like 100% of the time that I go to Portillo's, I order it. Chopped salad is awesome. Chicken fingers. Anything, any place that puts the giandera, whatever you call it, peppers.
Oh, the Jardinera.
Jardinera on everything.
Yeah.
Can I have some mustard on that? Sure, I'll throw some Jardinera on there for you too.
Yeah. Would like some
I like it really. Don't worry about it.
Can I get some extra mustard? Sure. Do you want some pickled cauliflower on there too?
It's in there. It's in there. It's like I was like, I need an aspirin. Don't worry, it's in there, man. It's like it's in there.
Do you guys have any forks? It's in there. Just gotta go digging for it. Gotta take a Pick Dogs trip to Harold's Deli in New Jersey.
Oh man, there's also Harold's Chicken in Chicago. Real good stuff. Oh yeah. I do think Chicago, like, it doesn't have like the hype on a lot of the restaurants like New York does, but I'm telling you, I think it has more 5-star restaurants, like rated like 5 stars or whatever, more Zagat, whatever, than any other city in the world. Like, amazing food in Chicago. Alinea is there.
Huh.
Frontera Grill is there. It's the 2 best restaurants in the world. Frontera, I was a regular. Did you ever see my picture with Rick, the chef there? It's the best. Oh, he was so mad at me. He was so pissed. It was like, oh my God. He was like, so I used to go there all the time. I knew him, but I never like done a picture with them. So I saw him and he was talking to somebody else and I butted in, of course, and I said, hey, can you do a picture with me? He said, I'm talking to somebody. I said, okay, I'll wait till you're finished. He was done talking and he had like 8 million other things to do, and I made him take the picture anyway. He was so mad at me. It's great. He's actually Skip Bayless's brother.
Huh.
Yeah. So
6 degrees.
It's I gotta find the picture. It's a great one. I don't think it's on my regular phone photos. I think it's only on my Facebook pictures. which I don't even know how to get to anymore. Anyways, we'll have to find it another time. I'll find it while we're looking at these other games. I like Oklahoma State against Kansas State. Kansas State getting a little too much love. Oklahoma State's pretty good. They've played everybody. I also like Kent State against Toledo. Did you take Notre Dame or Georgia Tech?
I just Notre Dame.
Why?
I looked a little bit. I lean towards Notre Dame just because Georgia Tech on the road stunk this season. I know Notre Dame 3-13 against the spread, but they've also covered 7 straight meetings against Georgia Tech.
I'm trying to find my pictures on here. Where are they? Where are pictures on Facebook?
On your profile page, it should say there's like a photos button.
Photos button?
Yeah.
Select photo on Facebook. Camera roll. Upload.
No, that's gonna ask you to put up a picture. Hold on, you do your thing. I'll find it for you.
No, I'll find it. Hang on. Timeline photo album. Could be it. I gotta find this picture because the face that he is on, you'll know exactly. It'll be exactly what I was talking about.
So if you go to your profile and you scroll underneath where it says like your posts, and it's like where you write like a status or something.
Cover photos. Mobile uploads. I'll find it. Doesn't really matter. Let's go to the next set of games. Got Northern Illinois against Central Mich, Iowa State, Texas Tech, Tulsa against Temple, UIC Drake, Northern Iowa, Murray State, Georgetown, Seton Hall, DePaul, Villanova, Kansas, Oklahoma, Virginia, North Carolina, Nebraska, Illinois, Tennessee, Vandy, Ole Miss, Auburn, Colorado State, The Force, San Jose State, Fresno State, Utah State, Wyoming, and San Diego State, Nevada. So it's not a big card, but man, it's a good one.
Yeah, quality over quantity. I do like I like UIC plus the points against Drake. I'm not laying 11.5 points with a team that's 0-5 straight up and on the road. UIC not a fantastic team, but they're good enough to keep this one within single digits. So I'm going to take UIC plus the points. I'm also going to take Villanova laying the points against DePaul. I want no part of DePaul right now. They're looking like the old DePaul that struggled their way through conference play. And Villanova, I think, could use this as a bit of a get-right spot to sort of build some momentum going forward. So I'm going to lean towards Villanova in that one. And I like Oklahoma plus the 10.5. I know Allen Fieldhouse a tough place to go on the road and compete, but this Oklahoma team, they play solid defense. They play at a pretty slow pace, so it makes it tough for opposing teams to get out and sort of build up these huge leads on them, especially with how well the Sooners play D. And you look head-to-head between these two, a lot of close games. Each of the last 5 meetings have been decided by 7 points or less. 3 of those meetings have been decided by 5 or by 1 score. So I'll take Oklahoma plus the points.
I like Auburn at this number. I originally liked Ole Miss, but I think the number is now at a number that I would take Auburn. It's kind of moved right through it. And then I like the thing is I found the picture and it really is as good as I remember it. But I can't bring it up for some reason. It's so weird. It's like it's so weird. Oh, there it is. Let me see if I can bring it up now. So it only let me show it. So here it is. So there you go. You see how mad he is? He's like forcing the smile. in the picture. It's a really good one. He's so mad. It's like the snarky smile. It's the best. I guess it had to be there. I like Seton Hall against Georgetown. I've been fading Georgetown a lot this season, and it really has been paying big bucks. We're playing with house money on that one. So I think that you just continue to fade the Hoyas. I think Seton Hall is a team that's probably going to get better, and a team that probably is going to make some noise in the tournament. Oh, the one I love Tennessee against Vandy. It's a rivalry game, but yeah, Tennessee. I mean, that was my pick on Saturday. I gave out. It was like they won by like 443 points or something. They're playing with purpose. How about Villanova against DePaul, too? That one looks funny. Something smells funny. How do you think Rod's date with the cable guy's going right
now? No comment. I don't think someone's going to get us thrown off the air. You might have high speed now, that's all I'm saying.
What's your parlay?
My parlay today, I'm going to go with, pull it up here. I'm going to go with Oklahoma plus the points. I'm going to go with UIC plus the points. And I'm going to go with the Philadelphia 76ers.
I'm going to go with Tennessee, with Villanova, with Seton Hall. And I'm going to throw in Kentucky as well. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. I think we're going to change the format of this show. I think I'm just going to read. I'll just sit here and read. And people can ask me the questions. Hey, what are you reading about? What's going on now? Golf club reviews from 2008.
You're just sitting there just picking away at a bowl of popcorn. The book.
Remember when I ran up against my old business partner's live show, eating a bowl of oatmeal? Eating a bowl of oatmeal. That was the best. Was it popcorn or oatmeal?
It was popcorn. I remember that vividly. I just remember walking in and you're sitting there just handfuls of popcorn.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. Let's make it a winning day. Rod should be back tomorrow. I'm sure he'll have a lot of energy. All the days off he's had. Make it a winning day.